It's dark, living under the digestive system. It's dog eat dog down here. It's a pig's dinner, meaning big eat small. There's no alternative at all.
It's about digestion. It's about what happens after we eat our food, how the gut handles our food, what it does for us. And in particular, it deals also with the millions or trillions actually of bacteria we all have inside our gut. How, if you like, humans are the ultimate hotel with all these trillions of guests inside them.
I really had no idea that there were so many bacteria in the gut of the human, and that the human is outnumbered by that the human cells are outnumbered by the bacteria cells. So I am more bacteria than human, and I find that single fact very unsettling. The gut fascinates me because it sort of shows the dark underworld of the human. Particularly, I love watching people at a table where they might be having a very sort of civilized, intelligent conversation, and at the same time, in between their sentences, they are shoveling things into their mouth. And in particular, I quite often notice when people tip their glass up and you can see into their mouth through the bottom of their glass. And I just love this other world that's going on when people are thinking that they're being quite civilized and polite to each other. I went along to talk to Glenn at Reading University, and really I was just opening my ears and listening to what he had to say. His vision of a human is really that a human is directed by bacteria.
Microbial numbers range from about 10,000 to 1 million per gram of contents. My part of this was to take an article which I'd written, and my job was really easy. All I had to do was to sit and read a couple of pages of this article. Here, bile salts and enzymes from the pancreas help to further digest food. I tend to be quite a boring scientist, so it was really interesting to see somebody as talented as Alice take this concept and actually put it into her own words.
You might imagine a more nervous or lymphatic system, but the mact of the fatter is this. This world is a gut, and it's all we've got.
I don't think that I set out to communicate the facts that Glenn gave me. I think this collaboration was very much a question of me listening, Glenn talking, and then me going away on my own and using that material. I quite like that. I'm someone who likes the separations between things and the differences between things. And I hope that in the podcast you get that feeling of two disciplines being parallel and not quite touching. I like the very different worlds that the scientist and the poet inhabit.
Oh, the tables were dressed in white. They were bridesmaids waiting to be laid. There were plates of bones being pushed to one side. I said, "Why do you drink like that, like a horse with your lips pulled back?"
Well, what I learned was that a very talented person could talk about a dark, dirty ecosystem like the gut in such an enthralling and enlightening manner, and it was incredibly enjoyable to hear Alice's version of what the gut can do for us.
I hope that it will show a kind of disjunction between two different voices, and that it will just give a dark and satirical portrait of human life, perhaps with political undertones, but that's not necessary.